My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Hearthstone Tavern Brawl. Okay, let's check out what we've got this week. I should mention, this is going to be a co-op video. I'm going to be doing this video not only with myself, but also with Beer. Beer, my best friend. Beer. Beer, have you got anything to say about yourself? Good point, you are very crisp. Excellent. Double Deathrattler Battler. There we go. Death is not quite the end, because minions with Deathrattle, important, because there is a weapon with Deathrattle. Minions with Deathrattle now rattle twice. So, create deck. I already know what I want to... Oh. Okay, before I go into the create deck menu, because it wants me to immediately select a class, I don't want to do that yet. I want to search Deathrattle. Okay. Give your minions that Deathrattle. I assume giving a minion a Deathrattle will still affect it? And I think there is proof that Malorn doesn't get shuffled twice into your deck when that Deathrattle activates, because it uses that one card and shuffles it into your deck, so it can't shuffle that one card twice into your deck. So Deathrattles for the Druid are by far horrid. Summon two hyenas, and add a random beast card to your hand. But being able to trigger all of the Deathrattles is kind of cool, because we're going to find that most of the Deathrattles are neutral. Deathrattle equip an Ashbringer. That can't be done twice, it's not going to help me. And this will actually be pretty cool for clearing up minions with Deathrattle, but you don't even want to trigger minions with Deathrattle in this. Otherwise, what? You're going to give your opponent more minions, usually. Kind of a weak Deathrattle, super bad Deathrattle. That's the Power Mace, that's the weapon with Deathrattle. There's also another weapon with Deathrattle, and that's the, Death Spite. Ancestral Spirit, give it Deathrattle, resummon this minion. That could actually be super strong. Like, I'm thinking now, do like a Deathrattle Shaman, where you Ancestral Spirit a, whatchamacallit? You Ancestral Spirit the guy that brings everyone back. I'll remember his name in a second. Kel'Thuzad. And then you kill him using the other druid spell. No, shaman spell. Show me shaman. There we are. You use... What's the name of the spell again? Have I not got it here? I know it doesn't cost that much. Where is it? It's... You kill your own minion in order to resummon it. Give a minion Deathrattle, resummon this minion, and then destroy a minion and return it to full health. Where's that one? Destroy a minion and return it to the battlefield with full health. Am I going crazy? Do they not have that? What? Give a minion Deathrattle, resummon this minion. No, I need to find this. Ancestral Spirit, but there's another card that goes into that combo. I must be going insane. I can't find it. I'm going to use the keyword resummon. Give it Deathrattle, resummon this minion. What about the keyword destroy? There we go, reincarnate. How did I fucking skip that? You destroy a minion and then return it to life with return it to life with full health. Yes. So you do this, which is a 2-card 4-mana combo, on Kel'Thuzad. Let's bring up Kel'Thuzad for a second. At the end of each turn, summon all friendly minions that died this turn. So you do it on Kel'Thuzad. Kel'Thuzad comes back, and the Deathrattle is it summons... So it has a Deathrattle, summon a Kel'Thuzad, and then you kill it, and resummon a Kel'Thuzad. So now there's 2 Kel'Thuzads and 1 dead Kel'Thuzad that had its Deathrattle active to make another Kel'Thuzad. So both of those will make another Kel'Thuzad. So you'll have 4 Kel'Thuzads. And then each of them will just replicate your field consistently. Let's go back to searching Deathrattle, because that's an interesting concept that I might want to play with. How about War? I don't really have the high-cost random demons, so I'm missing out on Mal'Ganis and Jaraxxus specifically, so... It's not super great for me. That's not that great. And then there's all neutrals. So I think actually the deck I want to go with is Shaman. So now that I've decided it's Shaman, I can actually go into the game. Oh man, we're 5 minutes into the episode and I've still not chosen class. Actually, I have chosen class. I lied to you about that. Restore a minion to full life. No, wait. I want the Ancestral Killing one. Ancestral Spirit, and then Reincarnate. There we go. And then I just want to kind of search by the keyword Deathrattle. Deathrattle. Okay. So getting 2 spare parts is kind of shitty. Drawing 2 cards is pretty good. Filling your board with 1/1s might not be that good in the early game. Whenever you summon a minion with Deathrattle, gain 1 attack. That could actually be pretty good if I want to summon a minion with Deathrattle every single turn. Getting a shitload of Nerubians is pretty cool. Oh man! Mad Scientist, put a secret for your deck in... Oh, are we going to have a shitload of those decks? Right? And Baron Rivendare, your minions with Deathrattle trigger twice. Does that mean they'll trigger 3 times? 2 times and then 1 for Baron Rivendare again? This is going to be pretty important. Anti-Deathrattle tech. Right? So you want anti-Deathrattle tech, we're going to take Little Exorcist, and we'll probably also take the Ironbeak Owl. Because if our opponent gets some crazy Deathrattles out, we don't want them to be triggered. Let's go back to our Deathrattle search. Let's get some more efficient Deathrattle minions in there. I kind of want to get some early games, so we'll go with Harvest Golem. I don't really want to put Haunted Creeper in. Maybe Loot Hoarder. Yeah, alright, that'll draw me some cards at least. It's decent early game. It's not good yet, though. Piloted Shredder obviously has to go in there. So does Sylvanas. Oh, man. Fugan Stalag? Are we that ballsy? We could use Abomination for like a board clear if we start getting swept. Swept, rather. So I'll just tech 1 in. Also, I don't want to craft another one, so... Sneeds is going to be super important. Obviously, Deathrattle summon a random legendary minion is pretty damn good. Something is wrong with my voice today. Okay, Kel'Thuzad, obviously. If we're going for this combo type thing. We also want a lot of card draws. So you know what? I actually will go back and I will put the Blood Mage Thalmos in here. I might even want to put some Nerubian Eggs in. I guess the Nerubian Egg is only if I'm going to put buffs in my deck or board clear on my deck, so probably not. Probably not. Baron Rivendare seems a relatively good idea. Can Bloodhoof. I just want to overwhelm my opponent with value Deathrattles. Replace my hero with Ragnaros. 2 Ragnaroses, the Violord. Oh, that's going to be really powerful. I use both of their hero powers each turn. Obviously, that's not how it works. Are there any in crafting that I haven't got? Well, I mean, there's Piloted Sky Golem. That's pretty cool. That's about it, really, out of the Deathrattle neutral minions I don't have. Do I want to craft one just for this? Not really. Alright, let's put some spells for removal and stuff in. So obviously we want Hex. That's another silence-ish. Double Hex in there. I don't really want to overload myself at any point. I do want to draw cards, but that's a super inefficient card draw. Maybe I take Lightning Storm. I kind of usually want to play on Curve, but... I mean, that's a pretty steep curve. That's pretty nice. But the problem is, we have to remember, 4 of those cards are unplayable on 2. The Ancestral Spirits and the Reincarnates. They're not actually minions that we want to play. I mean, we might put Doomhammer plus double Rockbiter in. Give ourselves the ability to actually kill our opponent. And you know what? I'll also put in 2 Lightning Bolts. So we've got some removal. We've got a decent curve. Especially considering we don't really think we're going to get to the late game. And we've got decent anti-Deathrattle tech in the Ironbeak Owls, the Little Exorcists, and the Hexes. Just for the really, really, really annoying opponents. Okay. That seems pretty good. Let's go. See what we can do. See what damage we can get up to. I do reserve the right to tech out cards and tech in cards. Just like, what if everyone's playing with a Mad Scientist deck? Then I'm going to need to put Kazan Mystic in there, even though it's a 4-mana 4/3. If I get to destroy one of their secrets and then build a secret of my own, that's a huge swing in my favor. If I do that with Ice Barrier, that's a 16-point life swing. Not life gain or life destruction. Oh, is everyone playing Shaman? God damn it. Ah, of course everyone's playing Shaman. I'll say Shaman, I'll say Shaman, I'll say whatever the flip I want. Don't get on my back. You understand me, don't you, Bear? Oh, baby. Hopefully my opponent doesn't play anything on turn 1. No.
Bring out your dead.
So they'll be able to kill one of them. I mean, putting Lepinomes in doesn't really make sense, because it does... You're not going to win the game by doing face damage here, because you're not really... You don't have that many things that just outright do face damage only. I don't know, that doesn't really make sense to me as a tech-in card.
Mind if I roll me?
Oh, Earth Shock. Of course I want to put Earth Shock in this deck. They've got Earth Shock. They're going to nullify my double card draw. If they got it from one of those top decks, I'm going to be pretty annoyed. Yeah, they did. They got it from the final top deck as well. Wowzers. So everyone's going to be playing Piloted Shredder, so my opponent being a mana ahead of me is going to be very, very, very important and very, very, very unfortunate. My opponent also having more answers than me. I mean, no, they haven't hexed me yet. Okay. Deathrattler for that would activate first. After it dies. No, but this... The Deathrattler for this would activate when it gets killed, and then the Deathrattler for that would activate off of the first trigger. But this is still resolving its Deathrattler, so it would activate again. So it wouldn't summon a 4-2, it would summon a 4-4. Alright. Okay, that works out better than I thought it was going to. Should I Deathrattle that? Should I kill it, I mean? No, it's less painful in its current form than it will be in its next form. I think that's correct. So Sludge Belcher is actually pretty good. Except for the fact that you're going to be filling your own board with, well, let's face it, outright trash. So this person is actually going all face all the time. That's interesting. I didn't think they would. That's probably the one I want to hex. I want my opponent to summon all of these trash minions. That's really good for me. Oh god. How dumb am I? Of course. Of course you fucking put Bloodlust in this deck. You have sticky minions that not only stick, but they make more things than they originally had. Of course you're putting Bloodlust in this. Why wouldn't you? So they don't have board clear in hand. We know that much at least. Wow. Okay. Earthshock, Bloodlust. Huge, huge win conditions that I've been ignoring so far.
I got this.
I'm also going to need more board clear than just this Abomination. I didn't expect this many, basically like shit minions, right? But any of the minions that summon a minion with their Deathrattler are going to be summoning a lot of shitty minions. Okay, so one transformation on either Fugan or Starlog is going to prevent any summoning of Thaddeus. So I just need Ironbeak Owl or something. Something. Okay, let's look. I don't want to put down the Abomination because it'll pop that.
Elements guide
I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Wind Fury this, Bloodlust. You've got this for 14 damage to my face. That clears that. That attacks that. Yeah, I'd take 16 damage to face and I'd lose. Wind Fury Bloodlust does it. Also, I overloaded myself before the turn where I can play... Well, not before the turn where I can play this, but on the turn that I would have been able to play this. So I'm ages off developing the best card in my deck for this. Yep. I've learned that you actually can't avoid clearing your opponent's board. So I now know the value of Lightning Storm and stuff like that, don't worry. I've learned it.
Elements guide me. Elements guide me.
Okay, my only hope is that they can't kill this. Or rather, they can't kill it without losing stuff. Actually, no, it doesn't even save me. You send in both of the 2s. This dies. I deal 4 damage to my own face. They all die, sure. But this also does another 4 damage to my face, and then the Fugan just attacks my face. I die. 12 damage, I have -3 health. Let's see if they spot it. I have to assume they do. Right. Okay, Earth Shock.
I wonder.
Earth Shock, Lightning Storm. I still don't think Nerubian Egg is a good idea. Earth Shock, Lightning Storm, double of each. How am I going to make space for those?
There is little time.
I think the early Deathrattler thing was the only reason that I'm in the game. Oh, please summon a taunt. Oh, shit. Pop that twice. And if that attacks face, I'm dead. Uh-huh, well done. Nice, Golden Hex. Ready to go in my deck. Okay, what do I want to take out? I don't think Undertaker is going to be efficient. People are going to kill it because people are going to be playing early game minions. Is that correct? Is that something I actually believe? I could take out the Rockbiters so that I don't have the burst. That would stop me from doing 10 damage burst near the end of the game. I think that's still important. It's really unfortunate that I didn't draw any of my Ironbeak Owls early, that I didn't draw any of my little Exorcists early, because those are all really important things for combating this. Okay, double Earthshock needs to go in my deck. What is the sacrifice? I mean, it has to be from the heavier side, because I got overrun from the start. Take that out and can. Double Earthshock. I think I take Doomhammer out. Doomhammer, both of the Undertakers. So now I have 3 spots. And what was I taking it out for? Oh, Lightning Storm, of course. Double Lightning Storm. And 1 Bloodlust for a finisher. Let's try this one now. I could put in the Elemental Destruction, which is like 4 to 5 damage to both boards, overload 5, costs 4 or something. It's insane. But it locks you out of having a turn next turn. Winning multiple games in Tavern Brawl does not award additional packs. It's just for fun. If only it awarded additional packs. Okay, this has got to be a Deathrattle deck. Probably face as well, which is a little bit haunting. That's a really good opener. I'll take it. Nice. Earthshock in the opening hand is going to be incredible. Greetings. So it's either going to be Web Spinner or No, neither? Really? Is this going to be a Control Hunter deck? Nope. My opponent's going to have a shed load of those on the field. Okay, I'm going to go coin a 3 into a 3 because I think Loot Hoarder against this is just like, oh, kill one of my cards, I'll draw 2 cards, you get 4 1/1s. Too good in the other game. I want to keep the Deathrattle effects around on the board if at all possible. I wanted to keep him around so that I would have the little Exorcist, but evidently that's not going to happen. Dang.
The light compels.
Playing off curve there kind of costs me. Did not expect that to happen. I expected them to generate another Deathrattle minion. Still costs you a swing of your weapon plus a 2/1. Oh, plus a 1/1. Clearing across this time. Your board isn't really well set up to deal with Piloted Shredder. That also didn't attack, interestingly. I'm not going crazy, right? That just didn't attack at all. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, it just didn't attack. That's got to be Freezing Trap. Unfortunately, I don't have anything cheap on the board, and I can't develop anything cheap in the board to have freezing traps. It's kind of annoying that this seems to be a Face Hunter deck, because of the Glaive Zuka, is mostly the reason that I'm saying that. Glaive Zuka is really efficient in terms of damage, but it's not that efficient in terms of, man. It's not that efficient in terms of anything else.
The scourge will consume you.
1, 2. What? Oh, they trigger it twice, not once more. Okay, Baron Rivendare does nothing. I can cut that from my deck. Okay, I'm a dumb dude. That sets the amount of Death Rattles to 2 rather than adding 1. I was thinking it added 1. That's where I fell down there. There's gonna be a shitload of those on your board. So 8 mana distributed. Maybe I want to give him that.
To the slaughter.
I have no time for games.
I don't want to overload this turn because I want to play a 6 and a 2 next turn, so I'll use the Rock Fighter. I'll even clear down. I'm really scared of being lethal. See, the way I thought this Tavern Brawl was going to go is one person would establish dominance on the board, and then they wouldn't be able to lose that dominance on the board because they have Deathrattle, right? And I didn't think I was gonna have my face fucking kicked in. Okay. If anything wants to go back to my hand, it's Baron Rivendare. Maybe I want to try and just double up the... Okay, hang on. This attacks face then. Okay, explosive. I'm probably already dead, but in the off case that I'm not, I'll take both of these. I'm gonna go for a taunt rather than
I have no
rather than
time for
shred on.
games.
So if I survive this turn, Bloodlust wins me the game, but I probably don't. Yeah, well played.
Well played.
Don't slow roll me, just do it if you have lethal. Yeah. Okay. It looks like I might actually just need to also put in things to heal myself. Okay. Baron Rivendare can get out of my deck because it doesn't do anything. Things to heal myself or just a lot more early game minions. No need for Rockbiters anymore if I've taken out the Blood Hammer thingy. I think just more early game minions is the better way to do it. Maybe that'll work. Whichever of these decks actually finally wins me the pack, because at this point, as soon as I win a match, that's going to be the end of the episode. Remember, it's until I get my first win or until I reach 3 matches, whichever of those takes longer. Wow. This is my fault for playing it like 24 hours after it came out. Everyone has their ready, set decks for it. I don't.
Destroy you.
I should have woken up earlier and played it this morning, but I couldn't. I was tired. That's my excuse. I wonder if I coin out Loot Hoarder so that I can Ancestral Spirit it. Yeah. Because that'll draw me so many cards. And if my opponent Earthshocks this turn, they're not going to be able to do anything else. Unfortunately, my response to that is Hero Power, so... I don't know if I can Ancestral Spirit it right now. Because what if it gets Hex next turn or Hero Powered next turn? Right? It's too likely that I lose so much value from that I would actually lose the game at that point. Do I then Deathrattle this and then run it in? God, that's gonna have so many minions on the field.
The light compels you.
But the problem is that puts so many minions on the field and then Bloodlust. Oh, come on, 25% for safety. Yeah! Should have rolled your totem first, bitch. Learn how to order your turns.
Hey, give me that.
You roll the totem first. 25% chance to get spell damage. It would range between 4 and 7, and then it would win 100% of the time. But, so they did have a silence in hand ready for something. And then they wanted to deal with it, interestingly enough. And they gave me the 2 cards. So it looks like they're playing a more controlling strategy in the same way that I am. I'm interested in that. I want to see how it works out for them, because it's not been working out for me. So, as a Shaman, they've got double Earthshock, double Ironbeak Owl, I have to assume, considering they've already played one. Double Hex. Other options? I'm trying to think of all of the other options that they would have in order to deal with stuff like this. Earthshock, there's one. I'm gonna have to silence that as well. Maybe I should have lightning bolted it? Yeah, I think I should have lightning bolted it. there's no important 6 mana play that I want to make next turn. Okay, that's my Hex target now. So now I'm officially out of answers in hand, and my opponents hit turn 8, so the chance of them dropping Sneeds is huge, and also cripplingly bad for me. Second Sludge Belcher. So if I'm doing control, I probably should be putting Sludge Belchers in my deck. Good point, video game. I'm gonna be bloodlusting to clear the board. And I want to leave things on low health because, well, surprise of all surprises, I'll get another. I'll do that, draw cards. Okay, now I'm like so far ahead, but the problem is it only takes 1 card for my opponent to win. 1 card. If you're playing Shaman, you've probably also got Ancestral Spirit and Reincarnate in your deck. I mean, you've already played 1 Ancestral Spirit, so I have to assume that you've also got Sneeds. Second Earthshock. Keep that in mind. Second Earthshock, 1 Iron Beak out. You definitely don't want to hit this. Hell, you might have wanted to Earthshock this even. Okay.
Hey, give me
Let's do our
that.
card draw. Interesting.
I have no time for games.
As much as I don't want to throw that card out, and let it just get hexed or something like that. Or silenced, God forbid. I also really don't want to keep it in hand. Second Iron Beak out. You've now got 2 hexes left in your deck for silencing things. If that's not taunt, I can clear your board. Nice. So I can attack and then Lightning Storm. Don't want to do that yet. And that's exactly why I wanted to play Sylvanas, because Sneeds is way more impressive.
Let none
Or
survive.
rather powerful, I mean. Of course, the problem is if that's Hex or if this is Hex. But, you know. Oh, top deck Hex. Yep. On the turn I played it. Top deck Hex. It had to be. There's no other way that could have happened. Bloodlust? Bloodlust? I mean, you get to clear my board, sure, but... No. I mean, that'll clear my board as well, but, you know. Not Bloodlust. I'm just incredulous at the fact that that happened to me. I do need to just generate a minion. Top deck the Hex on the turn that I play Sneeds on Shredder. I mean... These are the things that happen to me, ladies and gentlemen. These are the troubles of my life. God, I just had 1 good minion. Ah, that doesn't count. All these spare parts in my hand. I guess the best spare part for me is Flip, because then I can kill my opponent's totem. Like, it's just 1 mana, kill a Mana-Tide totem, Flame Tongue totem, any totem that is not this totem or a totem golem. Ouch. Luckily, you don't have enough damage on the board to stop this.
Minions, servants, soldiers of the cold dark, obey the call of
Okay. Come on. Top deck Hex or lose? Are you ready? Oh, I couldn't be happier. Oh, come on. Why? Why would you leave? I just got the dream going on. I remember Avocadabra showing me a screenshot of that happening. Damn it. Alright, let's take a screenshot of this deck, because that's the one that you're going to be able to find in the description down below. Unfortunately, that is the amount of time that I have for this episode. Let's open that pack. I do want to play one more time. Alright, I'll play once more. I can't leave it at that. Like, straight up coitus interruptus. Our opponent watched as we got powerful enough and then was just like, nah, fuck it. They quit. They didn't let us win. We didn't win, our opponent lost. There's a difference. One of them is satisfying. The other one is what just happened there. God, this episode is going to be difficult to upload. Okay. Jane Sung.
For Doomhammer, the elements will destroy.
I mean, that's a pretty good responsive early hands. I think I'll keep the Earth Shock, but not the Iron Beak Owl. Oh, never mind. Apparently, apparently I am keeping that Iron Beak Owl. My apologies.
Greetings, friend. Greetings, friend.
So I can think of coin Earth Shock as something that I can just do as a combat trick. If my opponent triggers that in the early game, I lose. I'll silence it. Like, if they just hit that with Ancestors, whatever, the one that kills it. If they just did that next turn, that's it, I lose. Already. I can't take that chance. Okay.
Mind if I roll me?
I mean, Explosive Sheep would put me back in somewhat, but again, I'm versing a Shaman. Earth Shock. Any form of Silence, any form of Hex stops my Earth Sheep. My Explosive Sheep, rather. Okay. Exorcist. Kill. I'll also kill the egg. Oh shit, no! Oh, I should have sacrificed this. Yeah, because I want to draw as many cards as I can from it, and I don't want to give my opponent a chance to silence it. Yeah, no, I should have sacrificed this and left a 2/1 on my fields. Yeah. Horribly wrong. Like, really bad from me. Really bad play on my part.
Hey, give me that!
I have no time for games.
Ugh. I cost myself 2 cards by doing that. You have to see, there's no reason I needed to lose those 2 cards. Okay. Do you have the Hex? Yes, you do. I couldn't exactly pass that turn because I have nothing to play alongside it, so...
For vengeance.
Welp. I'm probably gonna lose because I didn't give myself that card draw. That's significant. So for my opponent to be playing as slowly as they are, I have to assume that the things that they have in hand are answers. So I wouldn't be super surprised to get Earth Shocked. Oh, okay. They get to draw 2, but I also do. I keep drawing my early game. Is it possible that I have too much? It's definitely possible, I mean. But, no, I should have done this first. It did, I didn't pay for my mistakes, but I should have done that first. Yeah, and then I even would have guaranteed the kill on it. I didn't get punished for it, but that was wrong. Kind of wish I did get punished for it, in the same way that I got punished for the loot hoarder play, because it teaches me, yo, that shit's straight up not okay, you making that misplay.
Your magic shall not save.
Ah, they've got more silences in their deck than I expected. What is this shit in their hand? Oh. Kel'Thuzad reincarnate. Summon all friendly minions that died this turn. I don't know how that works. Kel'Thuzad reincarnate. You know what? I'm just gonna try it. I like having fun. I think it might actually give me a second Kel'Thuzad. It does. Servants. What is it? Minions surf? Oh, come on! Everyone concedes when I get my Kel'Thuzads out. God damn it. Well, that one has to be counted as a win because I overcame the odds. Yes, that's right. I didn't lose thanks to my stupid misplay with my loot hoarder. Let's screenshot that again because I forgot that I already did. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Hearthstone Tavern Brawl. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. If you have, please click like. It does help me get my content out to new people. There's also a playlist in the description down below with all of my content on Arena, Ranked, Adventures, and Tavern Brawl, past, present, and future. And hopefully, we'll see you next time.